What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Daily Boosted. So we are in the process of making Land Rover. I reckon it's a really cool Lego set, but the gearbox obviously needs improvement. There was a lot of Lego pieces in the actual driveline of the set, which were getting caught and just making noises when you try and push it and just, I don't know, suppose play with it or whatever. So that was a massive nightmare. This stuff was getting stuck and making ridiculous noises. Not a big fan. I do think it's a cool idea to have high differential, low differential, and all this other cool stuff. So I did spend a fair bit of time trying to work out what's going on, and this is how I fixed my issue. I did sneaky peek, a couple of videos on YouTube just to see what's going on. But what if I told you you can replace stuff like this with, something you can sleep through, like a, special gears you have. I end up using this bad boy. So what this is a couple of Lego pieces connected together to essentially replace one of those. And if something gets stuck, it'll just spin through, but it does have a fair bit of friction through it. So what I was going to say, there's a couple of easy solutions. I mean, you can completely remove the whole entire gear here. You can just take that out and you'll have no problems whatsoever. You can use one of those bad boys, or you can just completely redo the whole entire thing, which I have no time for. So let's have a quick gaze. The first crazy noises you heard before, there was a cog getting caught on the differential here. So there was a red, one of those red pieces like this in the driveline. I think it was here, and that was getting caught on this teeth here, and that was making all the sounds we don't like. That's what happened. Took ages to find it, and then after I found that, obviously I found all the other issues that took forever. As you can see, the car is no longer assembled to stage 2 as it was. Yeah, so quickly gonna go through all the changes just in case you guys want to change it. I mean, this thing, honestly, this will just, if your gears get stuck, this is not going to make noises. It's just going to sleep through, and then once it goes back to normal, you'll get your gears and your engine will do all these pretty things. So let's have a look-sees. First of all, I took 2 red connectors like this out of here, because I don't know what they were doing there. They were just creating extra friction. I did extend the axle. So this axle here, for this transition, it's also been changed. It's longer because before it was sitting here, and that was also getting caught, and it was also making noises. I don't know why they didn't extend it or move it somewhere in the first place. So that's moved. That's the same. We also changed a lot of stuff on inside here. All of these red connectors like this been replaced or taken out. I did use longer axles. I think it'll be easier to see from this side. So all of that, that thing probably can just go away, I suppose. Currently, another thing we can just take out, because why not? It's on the way. So a lot of these got changed. As you can see, this is one long axle. And then I got rid of some stuff from around here, because that's also getting caught. So you have to be really careful. There's the only things I didn't really touch is the actual high and low, and the gear selection, because obviously gear selection is stationary, doesn't turn when you like pushing the car around and stuff like that. That's changed. It's no longer a long axle, it's a short axle. When it comes to all these bits, to the driveline, to the engine, all of that got reduced with friction. What I used, I shortened the axles, so they only use like one support point instead of like free or whatever, I also use these bad boys. So this is a smooth, I don't know, connectors, I suppose. What they do is they're easy to spin through, and yeah, essentially it just makes less friction. You can put one of those into this thing as well if you want. Like, I mean, make it super smooth. I don't know, I replaced some of those things. Some of them were damaged. I don't know if you can see, but some of them have teeth. Just essentially moved. See if you can find. They're not too bad. I mean, like here, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but here's definitely a little bit of damage. It's a little cheap. Only reason I'm moving out of the frame because I can't see. Got GoPro in front of my face like last time. The coolest thing about Land Rover, I mean, yeah, the whole entire drivetrain is pretty rubbish, but the whole entire thing consists of 3 parts. So you got the rear, midsection, and the front, and you can just separate them. Like, they're super easy to pull apart, right? Let's do a little testing. I'll have it, I don't know, we got time, let's just use it, I suppose, if you guys not in a hurry. I mean, you can always go and watch something else. Let's have the gears. So this is all pops up, and because I removed pretty much most of the stuff I did yesterday, I can just do this, right, and the thing just comes off, right? Don't need that anymore. That thing can come off too. Keep that. That goes, and the reason I'm taking that bit out is because this is actually important. It holds one of these keys in place, so that's have to stay right here before that thing goes somewhere. Man, this is so difficult. Like, I've done this multiple times, as you can imagine. I pretty much spent most of the day, well, most of my weekend. Here we go. She's stuck again. Yeah, I spent most of my weekend doing this. So this is the diff. I hope it goes this way. I think it is. I think it goes that way. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. It's on the axle. Get in there. What are you doing? Making it look bad. I'm gonna have to cut this out. Do it next time. Do it so I can see. You know, when in doubt, just give it a shake. I can't talk smack for any longer. Just get in there. Why are you like this? Aha! You saw it. Only took like 5 minutes. Anyway, so as you can see, it's a very painful process putting this stuff out and putting stuff back in, and all this stuff. So the big change to, you know, work out what is going on, you gotta use your drivetrain. You got 2 options. You can go through the engine, or you can go through the actual, you know, from the actual wheels of the car, right? So if you're lucky, right, you probably have something like this from all your other expensive Lego you have. And what you can do, you can connect this bad boy straight through the driveline, right? And we're gonna go obviously too low. We're gonna start with actually let's go neutral, bottom gear. Obviously it's probably not a bottom gear because this set is all backwards with the gearing, but we're essentially in the neutral, in the lowest speed for the engine, right? And then what we can do, we'll turn it on. Obviously nothing here will move, but then what we can do is we can go through low drive, and then we'll have a slower speed turning. There's no jogging, but then there's usually no jogging for, you know, any really with no modifications, because it's such a torquey speed, like torquey force. So like with all the forces like this, you have just imagine the car, like how fast the car gonna hit the wall and how far the wall gonna go with the car, you know. So here we have a lot of torque, so everything just like pushes through it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go high. We can see the speed up, still reasonably smooth. I'm gonna go up the gear. Luckily it's only 4 gears here. Still doing alright. No noises. Alright, so you can hear a little bit of slippage in the gearbox, but that's fine. It's not slipping through the connector here, so that's all good. So we're gonna go too low. I'm gonna push the third low. You know, already pushing. Some people don't have that luxury like us. Some people don't get that far. I'm confident we can do high. As you can see, it's starting to struggle now. I think it's just warming up because it was just sitting here, right? I was playing with this thing all day. I'm surprised battery is still, you know, working. Sometimes you just like gotta give it a little bit of spinning in random spots. At the back here, just those 2 gears, they essentially connect to everything. If you give them a couple of spins, it's all good. What you also can do, because we got that slippage, we can just stop it and it's gonna start slipping. See how it's not, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's no longer spinning. Like, it is spinning, but it's not spinning in that area, and now it's back to it. It's a bit rough. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a lot better, but because it is a demo, maybe if we lift it up a bit, it's not too bad. I mean, this is like, if you didn't do anything to this set, you probably don't have that luxury at all. Obviously, we can go in neutral, reverse. Reverse is reasonably slow. I reckon reverse is about like high second gear maybe. So we're gonna go back to drive. We're gonna go to low. Our goal is to have no noise, right? Look how well it works in the 3rd gear in the low. That's actually pretty good, right? Then we're gonna go into 5th. You can confirm that by the position of the gearing, right? You can, you know, look at the knobs if you want. It is low, 5 low. Once it gets really decent momentum, it's kind of like keeps working. And then this is moment of truth, you know, it's just 5. Look how fast that thing spins. And like, I'm gonna point it out, right? Look how smooth that thing is. That's smooth compared to what you see out there. Most of the YouTubers don't even do like a demo for the 4th gear. Like, you know, this is like embarrassing. Look at this thing. That thing's flying. And all it is, you just gotta put some of these connectors in, you know, and get rid of the Lego trash. You know, put your Defender on the diet, right? Alright, cool. So that works pretty well. However, for some reason, it's different to when you actually have your wheels attached. So, like I said, it's reasonably easy to, you know, put this thing apart because you gotta like proper redo everything after you put it together. Thanks for that. We're gonna check this thing back on, right? Make sure we got our winch at the front. Obviously that thing will slide in here. That will slide here. Everything just slides. Just click. As you can tell, I've done this a few times already. Obviously that's automatically will go in. You can give a little push to separate this. As you can see, there are little spaces so the gears don't move. If the gears are protected, like if there's a small gear and a big gear and the small gears like stopping the big gear to move, I didn't bother about this because it's just extra parts for Lego. But I did try and separate them so they all in the right spots. And you know, like the drive line is usually pretty good in general, right? Another little thing, I did extend this part, right? I'm gonna give you a little demo. I don't want to waste too much time. So here at the front, if you want this whole entire axle being shifted by one slot. So now you can connect this, you can check this in neutral, and just send this through, and you can see stuff starting to move through. There was like a way you can, you know, test what's going on if you got something broken. But as you can see, even now the gearing is, what, we're in a second, I think. Yeah, we're in a second, and it's already loses all the momentum. Look, it's not even almost not spinning anymore. So like you can see how much engine power is losing through the gears. And obviously you got low and all this other stuff, but it's not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna bother doing this because it's not gonna have enough juice or torque to put this through. You just, you know, you can play around and have a look. Alright, so this is the main reason why we spent all this time changing everything, was rattling noise. Alright, so the rattling noise, does it still do it? So we're gonna do a warm-up. We're gonna go third low, right? Gonna be third low, gonna be drive. I'm gonna gently push the car, let all the gears grab. Okay, so it's moving. Yeah, boy, it's pretty quiet. And you continue to move. Oh, you can see, like, you can see the things moving. All right, so all out. I'm gonna go 5 high. That's where all the problems were, and I was making all this noise. And oh, it's tight. It wants to go, but it's tight. Come on. I was playing with it on the floor before. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? Hopefully once this car have all frame on it, hopefully it doesn't sweet. At least as you can see, it does still have a little bit. There you go. There you go. It likes going in reverse. Hates. Here you go. Here we go. Here we go. Got him. So even now, as you can see, like, wow, there's so much trouble in this car. Like, you have to push this thing a fair bit before it, like, kinda gets in the spot where it's happy. And even now, massive improvement. This is still fourth high, you know. I'm not touching anything. Like, this is my other hand. This is all legit. I'm not pushing any gears. I also can't see if it's spinning. Okay, I don't think it's spinning anymore. Yeah, so it's all still works, you know. It's all better than what it was. And then we got that safety thing too if it starts spinning. So thanks for checking it out. I got time to use my heavy tools to put all this Lego back where it belongs. And then we're gonna go to the bag number 3, which is still sitting here unopened, and we've got all this stuff to put away. And I hope you stay tuned for part 3. Enjoy.